I'm Saurabh Bagchi. I'm a professor in the College of Engineering at Purdue University in the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. The rollout of the 5G and really 5G meeting its promise of very high bandwidth, low latency, I think is finally going to become more real as the service providers invest in this very expensive infrastructure that is needed to achieve that. This will lead to, on an individual level, less buffering of our streaming content, and at an enterprise level, the ability to have critical applications for public safety, for asset monitoring, and for augmented reality, which uses these 5G and maybe even later generation wireless models. So Metaverse was supposed to have wowed us in 2022, this entire ecosystem of hardware, the Oculus, Quest hardware and software that were supposed to have been very well integrated to drive throngs of people to engaging virtual worlds. Instead, what we were met with are jarring user experiences in empty virtual worlds. There is enough money being poured into this sector, into this technology, and many smart people working on it, that I believe something substantive is going to come out of this in 2023. However, its final delivery date, I think, is still a few years out in the future. And I look with cautious anticipation that Twitter will bounce back from its evisceration in 2022, or one of its alternates is really going to step up and become a prime player, because this, for better or worse, has become our public square, and it's really too important for us to let this go. So all viruses mutate as they replicate and spread. Viruses that have RNA as their genetic material, such as the virus that causes this dreaded COVID-19, mutate much faster than viruses with DNA. Genomic sequencing will allow us to figure out if there is a new variant of the virus and how prevalent it is in the population. It will also allow us to figure out if current vaccines are going to be effective against these new variants. And as much as we wish we were completely out of the reach of this virus, I think it still has a few tricks up its sleeves. So we saw increasingly national governments put up barriers to the exchange of technology, data across borders, and some of it for very sound reasons. The US government effectively put a stop to the use of sophisticated AI hardware by China. India, for example, has banned a large swath of Chinese apps from the mobile app stores, while the US has done it with TikTok in a more limited way. And I see that these kinds of walled gardens will continue to be built against the free flow of information, using various technologies like networking firewalls. And as a result, the illusion of one integrated global village that we had in technology is going to continue to fade.